Hello dog people. Today I'm going to talk about my school for dog trainers, training without conflict. In the vast realm of dog training, many claim to be seasoned experts. When selecting a mentor, it is essential to dive deep into their credentials and professional achievements. Therefore, before I go on to tell you about my school, I feel that it's most appropriate to start with sharing some of my background and why my journey set me apart. Long before there was internet, back in the 80s, I embarked on a daring quest, leaving behind the confines of a communist country, Bulgaria, the country I was born in, because I had a dream. Picture this. The only option to live was to escape. I had no money, I had no friends to go to, I had no friends to help. And there was that constant threat of being caught by the authorities. In these times, if they were to get me, I would simply disappear without a trace. It wasn't that I didn't care. Of course I was scared, I was terrified. However, there was nothing that could deter me from pursuing my dream. My passion was unstoppable. You can say I was crazy. Today, we have the influencers. They come from different dog training backgrounds to boast about their unclear achievements. Having millions of followers on social media is a testament to theirs or someone else's marketing skills, but that's all. I am here to provide you with undeniable proof of my expertise and unique skills that set me apart. I began my journey in dog training at a time when genuine accomplishments with dogs held true significance. The trust to learn from someone comes only when you know that this person is credible. For me, it is the fact the most important piece of the teacher-student relationship. I hope that my personal success serves as evidence that my concepts and philosophy are not only effective, but dog-friendly too. I have first-hand experience of overcoming incredible challenges and achieving the highest goals possible. I have walked the walk. I have traveled a long way to get to where I am now. Because of my own experience, I have a clear picture where most of you are coming from and what are you going to encounter in your journeys. I am going to provide you with practical insights. I will share valuable lessons and offer sound advice based on what has worked for me in real-world situations. I have that first-hand knowledge that you're here for. I know what works and what doesn't. In the journey toward success, there are many emotional and psychological aspects. I had to go through it. I've experienced it. Here is another extra benefit. Because of my 40+ years of success in the business, I now have an extensive network and connections within the dog training industry. I am fortunate to be in the circle of the 1%, the best of the best trainers in the world. These connections keep me up to date on the latest trends and developments as a trainer, a coach, and a teacher. Through TWC, you also will gain access to valuable contacts, mentors, or opportunities that may not be easily accessible otherwise. Years of experience and thousands of dogs trained. Such lines may impress some of you, but let me raise the stakes. I am not merely a dog trainer. Becoming a national champion is not an easy feat. It's a statement of exceptional achievement. I am 15 times national champion in the most demanding dog sport, IGP. The sport that consists of 3 separate disciplines: tracking, obedience, and protection. And believe it or not once but twice I have earned the title of world champion, a feat only a handful of trainers have reached in the dog training universe. Every single one of my dogs has been trained using the revolutionary training without conflict system. This crystal clear demonstration of the system's validity and superiority speaks volumes about the efficacy of my training methods. And the course is not about dog sports only. I don't think of myself as a sport trainer at all. In the early 90s, I also worked at Guide Dogs for the Blind in San Rafael, California. To become instructor, one has to go through vigorous apprenticeship, including living blindfolded for some time. At Guide Dogs, the training was to a point where the dog's reliability becomes a matter of life and death. Teaching the visually impaired students how to be successful with their canine companions has provided me with invaluable insights that I am eager to share with you. Not one to back away from challenges, I also worked as an animal behaviorist at the San Francisco SPCA, tackling the toughest cases, including rescuing dogs from fighting rings and successfully rehabilitating them. During that time, I also helped with Hearing Dog program in improving their training approach. My expertise resonates far beyond borders of any country. All of a sudden, invitations flooded in. The demand for presentations, seminars, and workshops became so overwhelming that I had to reevaluate my goals. Having traveled to nearly every corner of the world, few countries remain untouched by the impact of my teachings. So, that's how Training Without Conflict School for Dog Trainers came about. As the pinnacle of accomplishment, it should be acknowledged that no other school for dog trainers on earth can claim an instructor with credentials and achievements of such magnificence. But let's rewind to where my bond with dogs first formed, because this is important. Growing up amidst the streets of Sofia, I interacted daily with the stray dogs. They were my best friends. I didn't think of it at the time, but the stray dogs gave me a unique advantage as a dog trainer later on. They were dogs that wanted food. They were dogs that wanted to play. And of course, they were dogs that chased me away. I was exposed to a wide range of temperaments and behaviors, deepening my understanding of canine communication and nurturing my empathy and patience. They were my teachers. When it comes to dog training, few truly grasp concepts such as motivation, emotions, reinforcement, punishment, ethics, and of course, dog-friendly approach. If they did, they will be as accomplished as I am or even more. I'm also a breeder. I have been breeding Malinois since 1989. As a dog trainer, it is extremely important to understand and appreciate genetics, breeding, selection, and puppy foundation training. Without this knowledge, your capacity as a trainer will remain incomplete. What is Training Without Conflict? It is a training system that is based on my 40+ years of professional dog training, tested against every other training approach. Positive only, balanced, traditional, and whatever labels trainers use to describe themselves. Some like to talk about evidence-based methods as they refer to questionable scientific research that has failed to prove anything of substance. This type of evidence-based training is based on what-if assumptions and anecdotal evidence that brings more confusion to the beginner trainers who want to gain all-around knowledge and not be restrained by the narrative of a certain ideology. I can speak about evidence-based because I have tested what I teach against any other method, any other system out there. The undeniable success and superiority of Training Without Conflict demonstrates solid evidence rather than intuition, personal beliefs, or the narrative of an ideology. Training Without Conflict is about understanding dogs, understanding behavior, ethology, evolutionary psychology. It is about creating the best learning environment which takes under consideration the genetic predisposition of the dog. Many trainers simply cannot recognize nor understand that going against the genetics of a dog is a bad idea. Learning how to control and guide those genes into something acceptable is not something that many understand. Training Without Conflict teaches you how to appreciate and respect dogs' intelligence. When I hear a trainer say, "Do this for X number of sessions or months, and then we will go to the next step," it tells me that they simply don't get it. Dog training is truly an art. You must immerse yourself. You must spend time on education. If you have decided to stand out from the crowd, you will have to stop painting by numbers. You will need to step up and put the work. Or your other option is to improve on the popular cookie-cutter approach and stay there with everybody else. Training without conflict is not tailored for one breed or one purpose. As a dog trainer, it is crucial to consider all the unique variables involved, so you can design something that will work specifically for that dog and that person. Training without conflict certified trainers understand this better than anyone else. We also pay close attention to the preferences, the lifestyle and capabilities of the trainer or the owner of the dog. As a dog trainer, one of the big concerns is to be able to stay ahead of various challenges and avoid unnecessary setbacks. In the course, I will share with you everything I know. There are no holdbacks, including the shortcuts and the best practices. Training without conflict is an invaluable source in terms of staying on the right track and saving time and effort as you grow. It is based on vast practical experience and scientific research. Training without conflict curriculum is far more comprehensive and detailed than any other school. It includes exclusive advanced concepts, theories, and techniques. And guess what? You will be learning it all directly from me. I will be your instructor. You and I will interact directly, no matter what part of the world you're in. We have routine Zoom calls where you will be asking me questions and I will answer them directly to you. If you have not familiarized yourself with the course, take a look. While some of the topics will sound familiar, brace yourself for a unique journey as you're about to discover concepts and ideas you never knew existed. The Training Without Conflict course has 18 modules and counting. I constantly add new material. Here, learning never stops. We have plenty of excellent videos of case studies and training sessions, from behavior problems to fundamentals, and of course, high-level competition training. Our curriculum is exceptionally thorough. You will gain a deeper understanding of the positive training approach through Training Without Conflict than even the foremost proponents of the force-free movement. Let me tell you a secret. If I was not an expert of positive reinforcement, if I wasn't good at applying various schedules of reinforcement, differential reinforcement, shaping, prompting, luring, and so on, I will not have had any of the success I have. It's that simple. But I will also teach you everything you need to know about how to use aversive in the most ethical way. Believe me when I say, there is a whole different world of negative reinforcement than even the top trainers and scientists lack knowledge of. I will provide you with a comprehensive education on the most advanced electric color training techniques, surpassing the expertise of any other experts in the field. If you're a positive-only trainer and you choose to never use one, you still should have the proper knowledge. For those of you living outside the United States, I'm well aware of your limited possibilities to learn. In many countries, enrolling in a school for dog trainers feels inadequate. While you will gain decent insights into positive reinforcement and shaping, the education regarding negative reinforcement, punishment, electric colors adhere strictly to a politically correct narrative. These schools greatly distort everything you are wanting to learn about, presenting a misleading and inaccurate picture filled with false information. If you are serious, like me, about what you spend your time on, you could see how attending any of the schools in Europe will result in a frustrating waste of both time and money. At Training Without Conflict, we delve into all aspects of learning. You will have no gaps in your education. This is yet another reason why we have students from all parts of the world. Imagine a technician that is an expert with any type of screwdrivers, flathead, Phillips precision screwdriver, offset screwdriver, Robertson screwdriver, and so on. Believe me, there are few more at least that I know of. But the job calls for a wrench, a simple wrench. Well, the expert screwdriver technician not only doesn't have any in the toolbox, but he has no idea how to use one, period. So he tells his client, I tried everything, but you have to trash this lawnmower or whatever it is in the dumpster and get a new one. You may or may not be aware, but this has become a standard practice in present times in the dog industry. If one approach doesn't work, trying harder with the same will only lead to bigger disaster. Training without conflict teaches you all options available at a level no one else does. It will be ultimately up to you, your client, your morals, the cost and benefit of each case to decide what to do. But you will be equipped so you can have these choices. To me, this is what an expert trainer, not force-free, not balanced, but an expert trainer should look like. To wrap things up, ask yourself, do you seek acceptance or aspire to make a difference? I'm here to guide you on a transformative journey, offering unique skills that go beyond seeking attention or repeating worn-out methods found on YouTube and Instagram. To stand out as a trainer, you need something distinct that genuinely adds value to your work. Join me on this journey into the future of dog training.